Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me. I can't get no privacy. Oh, sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me. Ooh. Sometimes it feels like somebody's watching me. Oh, I'm left alone in my average home. Shout out to Rockwell. That was a hit in the 80s with the help of Michael Jackson. And there's the son of, what's his name? The one who founded Motown Records, Berry Gordy. Yeah, that was Berry Gordy's son. But anyway, one hit, of course. But how's everybody? Like the leaves are falling in, I guess, midwinter. They look nice though, along with the rain. I guess it has to rain a lot to usher in the winter. And I guess we'll be feeling the full-blown effect of winter probably next month, because it's still been kind of, pleasant and clement here in Dallas-Fort Worth. So shout out to the state of Texas for its weather. Before I get into the reason I'm going live right now, I just have to do just a couple of honorable mentions real quick. And it's random. It's just random. What's up, Travis? Did anybody watch the recent Soul Train Awards? Well, and it's very interesting about the Soul Train Awards really quickly that each year it's rarely the new artists who are actually entertaining. It's always the old school. And I don't know what's going on. What else do I do? Soul music is pretty much dead. R&B is just rhythm and ribs and barbecue. Shout out to Tamar Braxton. She came up with that ribs and barbecue. So, what's up, Anthony? My man, what's up? So, it's just kind of like, So anyway, the only people who were really entertaining on this year's Soul Train Awards were Mars Day and the Time, Mars Day and Jerome. Escape, old school 90s band. They did a great job. And let's see. Ooh, yeah, Shantae Moore, good God Almighty. She really, she looked really beautiful. I want y'all ladies to know that is what 55 should look like. Gorgeous. Legs for days and shape. She looked really pretty, and her voice is just spotless. But I have to give 1 point to the new school. If y'all can go on YouTube and check out her performance, well, she didn't really do anything except for what she usually does. Just stands there and does that very sultry, smooth, dirty whine. That is Ari Lennox. Because I was having some doubts about her, but I couldn't help but watch that video on YouTube of her at least 3 times back to back to back. My God. And I think she must have taken my advice. Because last year and year before that, she was okay. She looked all right, but people get on me about talking about big guns and weight and all of that. And I do this because, of course, healthy. But she was smaller, but she wasn't really in shape. But based on that video, when y'all see her, she doesn't look the way she did last year. She's obviously gotten a personal trainer. She's trimmed off in the right places. Even her face is a little smoother. Her waist is nice, and it's just and her legs are on fire. God damn, she looked really beautiful. I was literally turned on watching that young lady's performance. Then all she did was do that smooth, dirty whine as she sang her latest song. I'll learn it, I guess. But I like the song "Pressure." Put it on me. Do it to me. Got that pressure. Yeah, that one. So anyway, but she looked really pretty. And Ari Lennox, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Because when you're young, you're supposed to be fit and trim and fine. When you're young, don't let these 20 to 30-year-old fat don't let these young, out of shape, thick, fit, fat broads. That's how women's supposed to look when they're young. They're supposed to be tight and firm and juicy and tender. So, and what I love most about Ari Lennox is that I look at her closely. Maybe I didn't see it, but I haven't seen a tattoo on her yet. Hey, Mary Max. I have not seen a tattoo on her beautiful self. And her skin, I'm telling you, I could just take a knife and go through it like 4-layer chocolate cake. Ugh, that's that good chocolate too. Forgive me, Kelly Rowland. Whew. Please excuse my manners, Lupita. Oh, let me tell you something. Look, I'm sure they don't mind. Just allowing Ari Lennox to get in on that. So anyway, I just wanted to know if y'all checked out this year's Soul Train Awards. It was just blah blah blah. But those performances, Shantae Moore, Escape, Mars Day and Time, and Ari Lennox. Everything else, trash. That Soul Cypher, it was a little curvy, little cute little something on there because it was dead all right. But I wasn't impressed by none of that shit. It's all about those 4 performances. That's his name: Shantae Moore, The Time, Ari Lennox, and Escape. Yeah. So anyway, let me get to my topic. Y'all can fast forward through this for those of you who may look at the playback. Brittany Griner. Y'all know you can't tell what it is. I think it's a girl. I can't believe that this butter looking ass broad. Yeah, she the heavy voice. She had a black wife, her first black wife. Looked like her second black wife. The same kind of chocolate dark skin, but the first one, black wife divorced her and got pregnant by a white man and left Brittany Griner to pay child support. Whew. And so Brittany thought she'd try another chocolate girl. And damn, with this chocolate girl, she ended up in jail in another country. I'm not saying, I'm not saying being disparaging about my chocolate babies. Y'all know I love them. However, Brittany, you might need to try you a fellow biracial chick next time. I'm gonna come back to the biracial part in a minute. Based on reports, what everybody's saying, Brittany Griner was in a trade for a notorious merchant of death, white guy, who was an arms dealer. Russia wanted him and America wanted her. And I guess that's what we got in the trade of Brittany Griner. If y'all just see politics all over that. And then there were some people like, hey, there was a Marine left behind. One of the Dallas Cowboys, even my homeboy out of Memphis, Micah Parsons, who running all over them folks, by the way. God dog, when that brother gets the ball, y'all might as well move, or he's gonna move you. But he put out a tweet that said, man, damn, y'all grabbed the basketball player, y'all grabbed her before you grabbed the Marine. And then he said to Biden, he just trying to get some votes. And quickly he received the text messages and phone calls, whatever. You know how they do when black celebrities dare think outside of the contracts of celebritydom. He came back and did an apology, saying, but one thing he did say in his apology tweet, I still don't like Biden. But, I should have gone hard that way. I'm happy for her family. I'm happy, blah, blah, blah. So I get it. I don't mind him. See, a lot of apologies I don't mind, because my thing is, at least they put the information out there. That's what I'm looking at. I said, okay, apologize, but I still got the message. So appreciate you, Micah. I understand black celebrities are pretty much slaves. They can't speak against their master or speak against the master's plantation that signs them or gives them money. They can't speak about it. I hope black America has learned that from this whole Kanye Kyrie thing. Finally, Malcolm X tried to teach us about the black celebrity. Dr. Umar Johnson's always talking about the black celebrity. And if you really want to hear Dr. Umar going, and I told y'all, I love Dr. Umar when he's on the Breakfast Club. Because he's there strictly to have class, to teach a master class. He's not there to shuck and jive with that silly ass Charlemagne the God. He's there to teach everybody who's listening, and his stuff always garners over 1 million views. And y'all check out this latest one he was on today, and check out the one he was on last time. And he does a great job. Now he's on his Instagram hating on the Passport Brothers or hating on the Black Manosphere, and want to call himself the Prince of Pan African, Big Papa Pimp, Prince of Pan African. You know, he doing all that foolishness. I turn the channel. But when he's on the Breakfast Club, or when he's when he's talking about when he's speaking from his degrees as a PhD licensed psychologist, school psychologist, talking about the detrimental acts that are constantly committed against black boys with these medications and stuff in these schools, and how they dupe single mothers into medicating their boys, then I'm listening to Dr. Umar Johnson. You know, but when he on the foolishness trying to get back at everybody for he think talking about him. See, he is a great asset. When he's on that damn Breakfast Club, he is teaching. It makes me almost proud of him. And then also, Dr. Umar, stop hating on black men because black women decide to wear blonde weave. Stop. They ain't our fault. They want to be white women. And so, but he gonna have to get past that pandering too. So, but also congratulations to Dr. Umar Johnson for getting the school built, and he's getting everything in order. And so, but anyway, so check that out. But anyway, Brittany Griner, she should be back home by now. I think she's from Houston. And so, you know, I'm always reading around trying to gauge the temperature of the room when stuff like this happens, especially around the black Democrats, the black liberals. And a lot of people were cheering. A lot of people it's kind of like down the middle. They're like, damn, all right, but there was an arms dealer. That man's dangerous. And I put a post up. That said, hey, calm down. Brittany Griner was not a POW, a prisoner of war. I'm glad that no, you know, she's not a prisoner of war, black folks in America. Y'all calm down, black people. She wasn't a POW. She was just a over 6 foot WNBA playing weed head that got caught breaking the laws in Russia. And so for all the weed heads out there, they're around there thinking that doesn't mean anything. Well, take your ass over to Russia with a vape. And some guy gonna say she was just vaping. No, she was vaping weed. And in other countries, they have laws. We have to respect the laws of other countries. Now, America, you know, we have the attitude about marijuana over here. And I know all the history of it. And I understand the ramifications of it as it relates to black folks getting all these charges and stuff. But still, people still blowing weed around here. So, but you can't use your Americanized mindset and try to replace the laws of other countries. It doesn't work like that. She had no business trying to sneak weed over in Russia. And they got her ass. And so this was a great time for America, like Michael Parsons said, to use this really irrelevant person as a bargaining chip and try to, as he said, to get votes. And I'm sure the LGBT and the feminist community really appreciate that. You know, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here and repeat what other people have said. And y'all go check out the blogs what people have written. You know, well, damn, isn't this the same Brittany Griner who's saying that, you know, they should be playing the American anthem at our WNBA games. You know, all the freedom she had to say that. Well, she had the right. But I'm sure when she was over there in Russia and they took her ass out of that regular jail and put her in that gulag, I know she's like, oh shit. So I'm wondering how she's gonna behave now. Brittany, are you gonna go to rehab now to help you with your addiction to drugs, to marijuana? Because weed is a drug, by the way. I am a licensed alcohol and drug counselor. Been one for the past 22 years. Wait a minute, hold on. When did I get this? Now I got my license alcohol. I'm sorry. Let me. Since 2013, I've been a master level social worker for over 25 years, but a licensed alcohol and drug counselor here in Texas since 2013. All right. So what's that? 13, 12, close to 10 years? Yeah, got it. All right. Because I don't like to falsely, present myself. I like to tell the truth. So I know how other people be exaggerating their credentials. I don't do that. But anyway, so it is an addiction. If you smoke it every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're a drug addict. And when you don't have, you're thinking about it all the time, it's in your mind, or you get aggravated all the time, you're a drug addict. It's called chemical dependency, marijuana dependency. So stop trying to glorify a drug that make everybody sound stupid when you become addicted to it, just like alcohol, weed, pills, crack, meth, all that. Still a drug. So Brittany Griner's addicted to weed. And her addiction led her to breaking the law in another country. Why can't y'all understand that? And why y'all think this is a big win for black folks? Let me tell y'all something. We're going to have to learn to up our standards when it comes to wins in this country. So far, we have been taking L after L after L. No bucking, no votes. L. Get your booty to the poll. L. Oh, my sorors, yeah, we vote for Kamala. Yeah, sorors, divine 9. L's. When that president first got elected, he passed not one ordinance, one policy, he signed one law that benefited black Americans. Let's start with this. When that president started handing out jobs, he didn't give not one to no sorority chick. They marched in unity for the president. He didn't do any of that. He didn't give not one person a job that marched in those sorority commercials. L upon L. Then when they got a black woman to be the chief of staff, a lesbian chick, a non-American immigrant black chick that was a lesbian. L. Anti-Asian hate crime bill. L for black folks. Because they blame black people for putting all the hate on Asians, so they got a law. L. LGBT more laws signed within the first 3 weeks of Biden being president. L after L after L. We're going to have to learn what wins are. See, those other people deal with wins. We keep taking L's. As long as we continue to be divided, black men and black women, we're going to continue to get L's in this country. We're going to learn one day. We're always talking about what they're going to take, what right they're going to take. They're going to take our right to vote. We don't know how to use it anyway. Hell, that's nothing we're going to miss. They're going to bring back slavery. Well, maybe that fear will get us to work with each other again the way the Jim Crow laws did. Because when they had legalized segregation, we built our own schools. We had families intact. We had our own businesses, movie theaters, entertainment complex. We had everything. But when we became these so-called freed, multicultural integration as blacks, we don't have a goddamn thing. So I don't know. Maybe Whitey needs to quit threatening to do this stuff and put us back in chains. Let's see how we respond to that. Maybe that needs to happen. Y'all keep talking about Kanye saying slavery was a choice. Well, a lot of this shit we're going through sounds like a choice to me. Initially, it wasn't a choice, but I guess when you give up and you just gave up, like, well, damn, ain't nothing I can do about it, so you go along to get along. So it sounds like some choices being made here, y'all. So Brittany Griner was not a win. And I need all of y'all out there who said, man, you got the black woman back over here. That is not a black woman. That's a biracial dude. And what has that biracial dude, that 6'4" biracial man, or stud, whatever it is, what has it ever contributed to the black community? So y'all just stop it. Symbolism don't win a goddamn thing. Actual getting out there and fight wins. So we got to stop taking these L's, black America. I'm glad she's back for the sake of her wife. But you know who that win was for? Lesbians, or LGBT, and black feminists. That wasn't a win for the black community. Y'all get it? Y'all stop putting up these little stupid posts. I hear this. First of all, calling this biracial stud black. If I have to hold a class my damn self to teach grown people what black is, let me tell y'all again. Let me ask this question. In order to create an Asian baby, What two people have to come together to have sex? Go ahead, put it up there. Oh, Asian? Okay. In order to create a white baby, what two people have to come together to create a white baby? Oh, white man and a white woman? Oh, okay, great. In order to create a Mexican baby, you know, what two people have to come together? I got a Spaniard and a Native American. In order to create a black baby, what two people have to come together? A black man and a black woman. How come that is so difficult? How come that is so difficult? It's insane. When it comes to black folks, we come in many colors. We come in all. Two black people can make a white baby. No. What it doesn't, it makes it white, I guess, based on the color, but in essence, in genetics, it's called recessive. It's called an albino, because there was something wrong with that egg and that semen out of those two people. Well, shout out to all my albinos out there, though. There's no disrespect to you at all. But anyway, y'all notice that black people are the ones that say, black people come in many beautiful colors and shades. You ever hear Asian, Chinese people say that? Japanese? Mexicans? Puerto Ricans? No other group says that except for black Americans. We come in many beautiful shades. We're fucked out here. But anyway, a stud basketball player was traded for, I guess they gave them that horrible merchant of death arms dealer for a basketball chick. And conservatives are eating it up. And that's going to be really tough to try to defend when it comes to the elections for 2024. Because not just conservatives, a lot of Americans are kind of perplexed by that. They're like, whoa, wait a minute. Damn. Wait a minute. You got actual POWs over there. And you going to get a WNBA player who intentionally broke the law? And now I say this because that's not her first time playing in Russia. That girl has been going there all the time. So she understood the laws. She did. Hold on one second, y'all. This car get past me. So for y'all to say she unknowingly did, and for everybody else to try to think weed is all that great. Weed is great for making money off of. You're right. And I hope many of us get in on that. But you should not be using marijuana if you're trying to do something about your bipolar disorder or your depression. Take your ass to therapy and get on the proper medications. But I do know a lot of people substitute medication for weed. I would just say, look, change your diet, go to therapy like you're supposed to, take your meds as prescribed. Rico, even doctors and lawyers smoke weed. Whenever I taught the marijuana prevention classes, I have to explain to them the class is 2 hours long, but I spend the first 45, 50 minutes trying to convince a bunch of weed head and probation violators that weed is a drug. Say, look, you're on probation, right? Yeah. And on probation, it says you cannot use any form of any drugs. But then, there are people who have violated their probation trying to smoke a blunt. And you don't tell me that's not drug addict behavior? Weird. We come from the earth. God put it here for us. I get that too. But you don't live in Guatemala. You don't live in those. Look. You don't grow your weed, dry it in the oven and get some organic papers and roll it up. You get your weed out of the sock or the booty crack or Lil Tyrone or Dtavius who sell weed in your neighborhood. That's where you get it from. Or he go and get it from behind that little brick on the side of that building, that house. Get it to you after he got it from somewhere who sprayed it down with all kinds of chemicals. Hence why you come back looking for Duntavius in the daylight with a flashlight. Man, where that weed at, man? Why that folk got that good at, bro? Yeah. You're a drug addict. Am I coming from a place of perfection? No. Just a place of practice. These are my clients. These have been my clients for the past 25 years. And I understand, the arrogance of weed heads. Man, it's just weed, man. It came from the earth. But guess what? The coca leaf, speaking of Guatemala and those places, when they used to pull off the coca bush and stick it there in their cheek, it helps to numb pain and remove headaches and stuff. But guess what man decided to do in Western world? They decided to crumble up the leaf, crumble it up, make it to a powder, and start snorting it. And they call it cocaine now. Yeah, God put a lot of stuff on here for us to do, but we take everything and bastardize it and put some kind of chemical in it. That's why you have these junkies and drug addicts. That's how a lot of them come through my groups or come in my office, try to get some kind of relief because that drug start kicking their ass. But anyway, I digress. Y'all keep in mind, I guess for the sake of Brittany Griner, glad you're home, but just close your mouth, Brittany Griner. Don't smoke no more blunts. Don't vape any more blunts. In Black America, that wasn't a win for us. It wasn't really a win for America. It was another L. And we're going to learn what a win is. You know how you want to learn? How you can learn? Check out what those other communities get from this United States government. Oh, yeah. And again, y'all check out that interview with Dr. Umar Johnson on the Breakfast Club. It is awesome. Talks about y'all favorite folks, these Asians, how they're trying to end affirmative action because they believe they're being discriminated against. And they want Harvard and Yale and schools like that to decrease the amounts of blacks that attend their schools so they can get those slots. But y'all cool with these Asians, right? Okay. Dr. John Henry Clark told us decades ago, Africans or black people, you have no friends. Just because y'all get to have sex with a few of them, some of y'all get to marry a couple of them, y'all think they're friends? No. They're still a community. They still have a culture. And guess what? Most importantly, they have what's called a racial and ethnic assignment that they all follow. But we so out of line as a community. But I digress again. Y'all be cool. Oh, yeah, wait a minute before y'all leave. Don't forget now, I do have this short story that I've written. It's pretty cool. It's only $10. It's in a PDF format. It's called The Greatest Pain I Ever Felt. Conversation with absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's basically a story about when I met my biological father for the first time, or found out about him by accident at the age of 22. So it's only $10. Cash App your boy $Rico the Opinionist. When you send that cash out, please include an email address so I can email you the PDF copy immediately. And then after you get it and you decide to get a chance to read it, please let me know what you think about it. Because I really live for your opinions. What did you say, Mary Max? Dr. Umar also talked about the scholars and those who were murdered to bring up the truth. Yeah, he dropped a lot of gems in that interview, as always. So y'all be cool. I just want to drop that, again, Brittany, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn one day. If there's anything I left out, I'll do a part 2 if I have to. But y'all be cool. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.